TV.
And welcome to News Hour on Som TV. We are coming to you live from Jalingo, Taraba State. Stay connected with the heartbeat of the nation on Facebook at Som TV and on YouTube TV Live. Now the major headlines. Dati Baba Ahmed declares 2027 presidential bid, says ambitions predates Obi's exit. Pastor Chris Okafor surrenders to police over rape allegations. Gunmen kill 5 in attack on National Park office in Oyo. I am Esther Oka-Steven. Now the news in full. Senator Dati
Africa, a land of roots, rhythm, and resilience.
Where every thread of the fabric tells a story.
Every beat of the drum echoes heritage.
And every voice carries the soul of generation.
We are Africa, bold, beautiful, and timeless. At Som TV, we don't just tell African stories.
We celebrate it in every color, sound, and tradition.
From the past that shaped us
to the future we proudly define.
Som TV, Africa, seen, heard, celebrated. Som TV, Pulse of the Nation.
Good morning and welcome to News Hour on Som TV. We are coming to you live from Jalingo, Taraba State. Stay connected with the Art of the Nation on Facebook at Som TV and on YouTube at Som TV Live. Now the major headlines. Dati Baba Ahmed declares 2027 presidential bid, says ambition predates Obi's exit. Pastor Chris Okafor surrenders to police over rape allegations. Gunmen kills 5 in attack on National Park office in Oyo. I am Esther Oka-Steven. Now the news in full. Senator Dati Baba Ahmed, Labour Party's vice presidential candidate in the 2023 election, has formally declared his intention to contest the 2027 presidential race. He made the announcement on Wednesday at a rally at the National Secretariat in Abuja. stressing that his ambition predates the 2023 election and is not influenced by Peter Obi's recent departure from the party. Pastor Chris Okafor, senior pastor of Mountain of Liberation and Miracles Ministry, has surrendered to the Lagos State Police following allegations of rape and other offenses. Police said the cleric turned himself in after failing to honor an earlier invitation. The case has been transferred to the Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 2 for further investigation as public complaints and inquiries continues. Meanwhile, the president of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Joe Ajaero, has criticized the new tax law, saying workers were excluded from the process and are now suffering more hardship. Speaking in Abuja, he said taxing the national minimum wage and low-income earners is unfair and regressive. Ajaero urged the federal government to review the law, engage labor union, and address workers' wages to protect democracy and public trust. In Oyo State, gunmen suspected to be bandits attacked the National Park Service office in Oloka, Orieri local government area on Tuesday night around 9 p.m., reportedly killing 5 officers. In response, police dispatched special units and bomb experts, while top security officials headed to the area. Authorities are actively working to restore calm and prevent further violence, reassuring residents that security measures are being strengthened. Meanwhile, Kano State has recorded a remarkable turnaround in environmental management, rising from 35th to 4th place in Nigeria's climate governance ranking within 1 year. Commissioner Dr. Dairu Ashim attributed the progress to strong leadership, interagency coordination, and economic engagement. Moreover, Governor Abba Yusuf policies and support from development partners were highlighted as critical factors. Consequently, the state now aims to claim the top position in the next ranking cycle. Similarly, Yobe State has fixed Saturday, 6 June 2026 for local government election across its 17 councils. The Independent Electoral Commission in Damaturu confirmed the timetable was as received the governor's approval. Officials explained that the poll is intended to strengthen grassroots democracy with rules covering age, education, nomination fee, and mandatory security screening to ensure a free, fair, and peaceful election. In addition, the Yobe State government donated 20 million naira to victims of a deadly boat accident in Garbi Town, Nungru local government areas, which claimed 29 lives out of 52 passengers traveling to Jigawa State. Authorities emphasized that the fund will support injured survivors and bereaved families. Furthermore, the government pledged to enhance waterway safety through modern boats, life jackets, training, and stricter measures to prevent overloading. Meanwhile, the federal government launched a new youth innovation program aimed at preparing Nigerians' children for a technology-driven future. Led by the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, the initiative targets young innovators aged 5 to 16, offering hands-on training in science, engineering, and robotics. Consequently, early exposure will help children transition from technology users to creators, bolstering Nigerians' long-term innovation capacity. Additionally, Kogi State PDP Chairman Mohammed Gambo directed trespassers to vacate land for the party state secretariat due to illegal occupation and abandoned construction. During a site inspection, He called on government authorities to intervene and establish a technical committee to assess the property. Furthermore, Gambo urged cooperation from former leaders, assuring that construction will resume transparently as part of the party's plan to reclaim political prominence ahead of the 2027 election. As 2026 begins, Nigeria's education system continues to face persistent challenges. Despite 3.52 trillion naira allocation and partial health arrears payment, millions of children remain out of school. In northern East states, fewer than 30% of senior secondary students are computers literate due to insufficient lab, unreliable electricity, poor internet, and undertrained teachers. Experts are calling for investment in ICT infrastructure, digital literacy, and inclusive reforms to improve learning outcomes and equity. Furthermore, the federal government launched a candidate tackling system in the 2026 examination cycle to curb fraud. Education Minister Dr. Maruf Tunji Al-Hausa and Minister of State Professor Suweiba Ahmed introduced measures including question randomization, unique examination learners, identity numbers, strict SS3 transfer rules, and continuous assessment guidelines. Consequently, these initiatives aim to enhance accountability, transparency, and integrity across WAEC, NECO examination nationwide. Similarly, healthcare services remain under strain despite government reforms. Officials clarified that the National Association of Resident Doctors standoff stem from structural and policy constraints rather than neglect. Recent allowances increase added 90 billion naira to cover call duties, shifts, rural posting, and non-clinical payment. In addition, collective bargaining mechanism ensures unified negotiation with unresolved requests subject to legal limitations while health services continue, supported by review committee managing doctor reinstatement. Meanwhile, Kwara State, in partnership with UNICEF and the Global Fund, is upgrading 5 primary health centers under the COVID-19 response mechanism grant. Renovation includes buildings, solar power, potable water, and essential medical equipment. Officials emphasize maintaining uninterrupted service delivery during constructions. Moreover, UNICEF noted that the upgrade facilities across Ilorin, Oke-Ero, and Portigi local government areas will improve healthcare access, particularly for undeserved populations. In addition, the Medical and Health Workers Union, Kaduna State Councils, denied social media reports of strike. The union praised Governor Obasanis for implementing the consolidated health salary structure, upgrading facilities, supplying equipment and ambulances, and recruiting 1,800 health professionals. Furthermore, officials emphasized industrial peace as a priority, highlighting cooperation and dialogue to sustain healthcare delivery and reassure residents of uninterrupted medical services. Moreover, Katsina Governor Dikko Rada appointed 3 permanent secretaries after merit-based examinations, enhancing professionalism and efficiency within the civil service. Separately, the state received 15 new Toyota ambulances for highways, fulfilling a campaign promise. Authorities highlighted coordinated development with road safety and health agencies to reduce fatalities and improve emergency response effectiveness, demonstrating commitment to both governance and public safety. Furthermore, Governor Umueno signed the 1.58 trillion naira 2026 budget, emphasizing fiscal discipline and minimal borrowing, and inaugurated 2 inter-ministerial committees to oversee the Victor Atta International Airport project and enforce the Treasury signal account across ministries. By directing all revenues into the central account, the government aimed to enhance transparency, resource efficiency, and timely project delivery statewide. Meanwhile, Christian pilgrims from Bauchi State were awarded Jerusalem Pilgrim certificates in Nazareth, Israel, following the 2025 Holy Land pilgrimage. Ambassador Simon Dolly commended the pilgrims' discipline, while Tabato and the Bauchi State Christian Pilgrims Welfare Board receives praise for smooth coordination. Additionally, Governor Bala Mohammed appointed 142 district heads across 20 emirate councils, strengthening grassroots administration and promoting accountability. Also in Bauchi, the State Police Command tweeted the theft of a Toyota Hilux belonging to the Bauchi Emirate Council. The vehicle stolen from Ikinya filling station was swiftly recovered in Biangari and the suspects arrested. Consequently, the Commissioner of Police reassured residents that vigilance would continue, improving local security and deterring criminal activities. In Borno State, Governor Babagana Umar Zulum inaugurated new government secondary schools in Fikial and Balbaya and flagged off a high Islamic college in Bayo local government areas. The college integrates almajiris and out-of-school children into formal education, combining Islamic studies with science, technology, and humanities. Additionally, Zulum ordered full digitalization of public secondary schools to enhance learning outcomes across the state. Equally, the Borno State Police Command reported 2,610 arrests and 1,023 convictions for major crimes in 2025. Recoveries include firearms, rescued kidnapped victims, stolen vehicles, mobile phones, and illicit drugs worth over 5.7 million naira. Authorities credited intelligence-led policing, community cooperation, and interagency synergy, pledging continued security efforts in 2026 to maintain public safety and reduce crime rate. Meanwhile, Gombe State handed over land within its 184 hectares agro-livestock development zone for a modern veterinary hospital featuring laboratories, diagnostics, digital system, and ambulatory services, expected within 6 months. Simultaneously, the Contributory Healthcare Management Agency approved 100 million naira in interest-free loan to primary healthcare centers to address drug shortages. Together, these initiatives aim to improve healthcare access and livestock services across the state. In Kebbi State, the Emancipations Network alleged political intimidation behind former Attorney General and Minister Abubakar Malami's EFCC's detention. The group claimed rising political influence of Malami and the African Democratic Congress threatened ruling parties, urging elders to condemn the alleged political interference and demand accountability. Furthermore, Kaduna Business Schools announced it will host Dr. Dakuku on March 24, 2026 for a book signing and interactive session titled Unlocking Leadership. Peter Sides, former DG, will share leadership lessons from his book, focusing on negotiating complex challenges effectively. Meanwhile, over 100 Muslim women entrepreneurs in Kwara State will organize the Muslimah Entrepreneur Trade Fair, showcasing food, fashion, beauty, agro-processing, and creative industries. Organizers expect 30,000 participants, aiming to boost visibility, networking, and local production. Additionally, the Kwara police confirmed 6 individuals arrested by soldiers in Edo State were legitimate vigilante members from Ifelodun local government areas, subsequently cleared and released, emphasizing lawful collaboration with security agencies. Let's take a brief commercial break. We'll be right back shortly. Don't change the channel.
Every day begins with a need to move with purpose, to shop without stress, to send without fear, to pay without delay. For every rider chasing time, for every home that needs restocking, for every voice that needs connection, for every dream that needs delivery. Now, one app brings it all together.
Supercab, move smart, ride safe, supermarket, groceries, gadgets, everything. Supercash, airtime, bills, transfers, done. Super logistics, fast, secure, right to your door.
It's more than an app. It's your movement, your market, your money, your connection, all in one place. Supergo, one app for services endless. Download Supergo today. Live free, live fast, live smart.
No time to shop, no stress. With Supergo, your groceries comes to you. Partner with trusted vendors, verified stores, no delay, no excuses, just values. Supergo Supermarket, your market now in your hands. With Supergo, your ride is comfortable, easy, and convenient. Supergo is more than an app. It's a movement, moving people, powering threats, delivering value.
Every
Welcome back. In Nasarawa State, the government distributed 50 tricycles and 10 electric cars to cooperatives, youth groups, and institutions in Lafia. The initiatives promote youth empowerment and clean energy adoption, with officials urging responsible maintenance. Academic leaders pledged to expand the program, complementing prior efforts to support sustainability, entrepreneurship, and environmental stewardship in the state. Meanwhile, the Edo State government mourned the killing of Dr. Abu Momo in Auchi and vowed to strengthen anti-kidnapping operations under Operation Rescue. Residents were encouraged to provide intelligence, while authorities assured the perpetrators would face justice. Additionally, the Federal Capital Territory Administration sealed the Van Hope Orphanage and Less Privileged Home in Kanjini, Abuja, over alleged child trafficking and welfare violations. The proprietress reportedly absconded with several children, including 4 siblings from Nasarawa State, who have since been reunited with their parents. Authorities emphasize stricter monitoring to prevent future child exploitation. At the national level, the Nigerian Center for Disease Control reported 1,119 confirmed Lassa fever cases and 206 deaths in 2025, with the highest burdened in Ondo, Bauchi, Taraba, and Edo State. Despite a decline in weekly cases, the agency urged early reporting, improved sanitation, and rodent control to curb further transmission. Finally, nationwide, Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Wahid Shaibu announced troop deployment to counter terrorism, focusing on Niger State, while assuring citizens of enhanced security through technology and training. Additionally, the Arewa Consultative Forum stated it will not endorse any 2027 presidential candidate, but will interview aspirants on insecurity, poverty, education, infrastructure, and economic empowerment in northern Nigeria. Meanwhile, the National Association of Nigerian Students suspended protest over the tax reform laws after consultations with authorities, commending the laws intend to strengthen the economy. That's all for now. Follow us on Facebook at Som TV and subscribe on YouTube at Som TV Live for breaking news. I am Esther Oka Steven. Thanks for watching.